Welcome back, you're watching Overdrive. Now yes, the 650cc Moto Morini Seiemmezzo does sound Italian, but is it a thoroughbred steed? Let's find out.
Now, when it comes to Italian motorcycles, many of you, like me, will have preconceived expectations because over the course of time, we have witnessed that these motorcycles that emanate from that particular part of the world not only are striking in terms of design, but when it actually gets down to getting out on the road, these bikes are ultimately engaging. So how much Italian DNA does the Seiemmezzo 6.5 have in its kitty? Well, we are here to find out. So let's get to it. On the looks front, we all know that Italian motorcycles generally do anything but blend in with the crowd. But with the Seiemmezzo 6.5, at least this retro street avatar, its design might not be overly outstanding, but it looks very neat overall. The round headlight with the LED halo, while not being very unique, does look attractive. And the bike does have a bold, solid look about it with the sturdy 43mm KYB upside down fork, the big muscular 15.5 litre tank, the tidy midsection with the exposed steel frame and the slightly contoured seat. Then you have Brembo disc brakes and chunky Pirelli Angel GT tires at both ends, the 18-inch front and the 17-inch rear. And while the taillight is located under the seat, the indicators at the back, like the number plate, are integrated with the tire hugger quite neatly. Now the Seiemmezzo 6.5 features 5-inch TFT display that's very easy to read on the go. And the best part about the screen is the way the numbers light up on the tacho the higher you climb up the band, which looks really cool. There are no ride modes or riding aids with this bike, apart from the ABS, dual channel of course, which can't be switched off. In terms of performance, well, the 649cc parallel twin doesn't make as much power as the competition in the form of the Kawasaki Z650, but it doesn't feel anything close to being sluggish. The engine is the same 649cc liquid-cooled parallel 12 unit from the Escape 650 Adventure motorcycle, but power output is down by 5 PS. So here, the motor makes a max of 55 PS of power and peak torque is around 54 Nm. The 8-valve DOHC unit is very refined in its method of functioning. Throttle response is smooth and you won't be caught off guard with any spiky surge of power during closed and open throttle transition. In terms of ride quality, the Seiemmezzo does strike a good balance between sport and comfort. The riding triangle is a comfortable one, and the suspension, although it doesn't kill off bumps completely at slow speed, does remove the sharpness from them. At higher speeds, this bike is very comfortable and predictable in its manner of functioning as well. But the quicker you go, the more comfy you and your pillion are going to feel on this bike. The front end does tend to dive down a fair bit under hard braking, but the best part is the front fork is adjustable, which allows you to change that around. In fact, the Seiemmezzo gets quite a good amount of familiar hardware in the form of KYB suspension at both ends, Brembo disc brakes at both ends as well, dual channel ABS from Bosch and Pirelli tires. Now exactly how much Italian DNA does the Seiemmezzo 6.5 have in its kitty? Well, in the true aspect of the sense, it does exude a lot of qualities that you would assume from an Italian brand and a motorcycle of this caliber. Well, it has a decent enough engine, a good ride and handling dynamics, and yes, it looks pretty nice as well. But I think the only crux of the matter is if you were to select this bike over the competition, the Z650 from Kawasaki and the Trident 660, the Triumph, the only thing that you should look out for is something like the sales and service network, because although the Seiemmezzo Moto Morini is operating out of the Moto Vault Arena, we are told that there are just 9 showrooms of Moto Vault Arena around the country. But the good thing is they are tied up with Benelli and Kiwi. So they will have, if you own a Moto Morini motorcycle and you have a dealership, a Kiwi or a Benelli dealership around the place nearby, well, you can get your bike serviced from those outlets. But that is something that you will definitely want to factor in before you buy a machine like this.
Well, that's it then from us on this week's edition of Overdrive. But remember, you can stay in touch with the team through Facebook, Twitter as well as YouTube. And you can follow our latest updates on Instagram. We'll see you next week. Until then, goodbye. Many thanks for watching.